Well, it looks like Josh Duggar's sister Jessa is basically speaking out against him, and that is what this next article is going to be about. So, as usual, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below at the end of this video, because this is a very interesting story, and I'm really interested on seeing what you guys have to say about this. I have to be honest though, I never thought that this would happen, but hey, there's a first time for everything. People are finding this shocking because originally Seewald defended her brother's molestation charges. She had told Fox News' Megyn Kelly, and I quote, "Josh was a young boy in puberty and a little too curious about girls. And that got him into some trouble, and he made some bad choices. But really, the extent of it was mild, inappropriate touching on fully clothed victims, most of it while the girls were sleeping," end quote. But adultery, no, Josh. This time you took things too far. Jessa tweeted the subtweet to end all subtweets by linking a piece written by her father-in-law. In the post, Mr. Seewald shuns Jessa's brother Josh, who is currently in rehab for sex addiction. Well, that's where he's supposed to be anyway. But in the previous video where I talked about Josh Duggar, he basically disappeared. He is missing in action. Nobody knows where he went, nobody knows where he's going, and nobody knows what he is doing right now. But I would like to share this entry with you guys from Jessa's father-in-law. Now, keep in mind, I have no use for the religious nonsense, but I wanted to share it with you guys regardless. So let me know what you guys think. Jessa's father-in-law begins by saying, and I quote, "It distresses me to say that Josh Duggar's greatest sin is a byproduct of the sum total of his secretly sinful lifestyle. That is, that by his hypocrisy he blasphemed the name of God. He claimed to be a Christian, but by his deeds he has suggested otherwise. With the name of God on his lips, he lived a covert and extensive lifestyle of evil, while proudly saying things like, 'Our family is like the epitome of conservative values.' He was looking at porn and soliciting affairs. He took a job at the Family Research Council that exists to promote the traditional family, all the while undermining his own family by violating his marriage covenant. He flourished in the fame of his family and the success of their television show, all the while betraying their trust and Christian values. The thing that is so hurtful is that he was a loud voice endorsing Christian ethics, and he has been shown to be a fraud. I am profoundly grieved that he attained such a platform only to bring shame on God's holy name and the Christian faith. After hearing of Josh's scandal when he was a teenager, I publicly stated that Josh appeared to be a changed man, was walking above reproach, and living out the faith that he professed. I stood in solidarity, encouraging him to use the scandal to build humility and grace. Sadly, he had deceived us all. The name of God has been blasphemed, and God is jealous for his name." Like I have said many times before, I have no use for this religious nonsense. Because if this alleged God actually existed, then most certainly he would have had the power to stop it right from the beginning. It wouldn't have gotten to this point. And that is how I feel about this. Now, it seems to me that people are starting to turn their backs on Josh Duggar, and rightfully so. What he did was horrible. He subjected his sisters to something that was completely horrible, and it seemed to me that he didn't have a problem doing it. So naturally, I can understand why Jessa would probably be turning her back on him. I could understand why Jessa would probably be going against him. I think that she is justified in regards to the way that she feels about him. This is a lesson that he must learn. He must know that he has to be held accountable for his actions to his sisters and that babysitter. And more importantly, he has to learn that he has to be held accountable for what he did to his wife and children as well. Because in all actuality, he did harm them with the affairs that he had, and this is something that is completely immoral. Now, what made me angry about all of this is the fact that he constantly had this position of being against, same-sex marriage and homosexuality in general. He said that this is morally corrupt, morally disgusting, if you will. But he turned into a massive hypocrite when he decided to take it upon himself to violate a lot of people's trust by engaging in these activities that were immoral. But not only were they immoral, they were questionable, and it's something that he has to deal with here and now. The time is up, Josh. I think that it's pretty safe to say that you have to stop being a coward and actually start holding yourself accountable to all of these actions that you have participated in. That is how I see it. This is another reason, like I have said many fucking times before, and I don't care if I sound like a broken record, why I cannot take Christianity seriously. I will not take Christianity seriously. And maybe it has to be this way. Maybe your family has to turn their backs on you in order to teach you a lesson. And that's how I feel about it. So feel free to share this video with anyone that might be interested, whether it be on Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Reddit, Yahoo, or wherever you guys hang out. Till next time, the Quiet Atheist is out, and remember, if you can't be good at it. Most of all, thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.